Hi, I'm Major General Bob Livingston, the Adjutant General for the state of South Carolina. Today we want to remember 9/11, 2001. Those tragic events that galvanized our country together and caused great things to happen for our country. Like this memorial behind us, the two towers symbolizing the strength of our country, the fallen pieces symbolizing our fallen that we will never forget. The twisted steel from the Twin Towers shows the bond and the unity throughout our country. We must never forget. We should always remember those brave firefighters, police, civilians, and members of the military that served on that day and since that day. We must remember the bonds that we have with other states and other people. South Carolina remembered New York, who donated our first fire wagon in 1867. We should remember the leaders that have lost troops that are just like their family, have lost firefighters. In New York, Commissioner Cassano, Fire Chief Kilduff, who lost firemen that day. We need to remember our families. Just recently, we lost 3 great South Carolina heroes in Afghanistan. The people of South Carolina turned out in the thousands to embrace those families and to remember them. We should never forget our families.
The tragic events of 9/11 brought this country together and made us a more patriotic and compassionate people. Those who served us on that day, and especially those who lost their lives, have inspired a whole generation of Americans to find ways to serve their country and each other, in the military, as first responders, and even volunteers in their communities. Many soldiers and airmen in the South Carolina National Guard were inspired to serve in the military because of the events of September 11th, 2001.
After that happened, it kind of fueled me to want to commit myself to the country and to get down to the nitty-gritty and join the infantry.
I learned a lot about organizational skills, a lot about working under pressure, and just being ready at all times to kind of answer the call for anybody that needs help, whether it be getting picked up off the ground or a fire or a car wreck or just whatever. So it's really helped me, grow as a man and as a person to better serve my community.
I enjoy what I'm doing, and it's a really cool experience to get to put my hands on like planes that are protecting, the country I live in and stuff. So it's a lot of excitement. I really enjoy it.
I think the one word that would describe 9/11 to me as a police officer is reality, because we really hadn't thought that much about something like that happening on our soil. We saw it on foreign soil in other countries, but I don't think the reality had really set in to the American people that could, in fact, happen in our country. And it woke many people up to realize that we have to stand together as one American to be able to deal with these terrorists.
Well, initially I joined the military to pay for college and pay for my schooling, my education, but it became a lot more than that, and now I know that I serve because I love what I do and I love my country.
It brings a great sense of pride when the community does get involved, especially 9/11. We see a huge influx of the community coming by, bringing cookies by, bringing cakes by, thank you cards. The fact that they come by and they feel that way about us, even though that we weren't specifically there on 9/11. It brings a great sense of pride to know that the community is that in touch with what's going on around them.
I teach social studies, and one of the things that we stress a lot in our classes is service to the community and helping others. You're always going to have the opportunity to give back to the people that supported you. Regardless of how big of a scale you look at the United States or our state, it all begins with our community and our school and in your classroom. So it's important to think about where you fit in that big world of ours.
Anything you do to help others, to help individuals, no matter who it may be, just gives you that warm feeling inside. You just can't beat it. You go home knowing that you've done something successful, no matter how small, to help somebody else.
The first responders there did a great job. They were rushing in, they sacrificed their lives. They did what we're taught to do each and every day. We put the uniform on and go to work, we're prepared to sacrifice our lives if necessary for the people we serve.
In this internet world where we have a tendency to think about things in 15-second intervals or 30-second intervals or maybe even 3 minutes, sometimes we forget history. And I would encourage you to get with your teachers, get with the educators, talk about history, talk about 9/11, talk about Pearl Harbor, talk about our country's response to stresses, how great people stepped up and did the right thing. And then take time to think about how you can make your community stronger and so your nation stronger. And please remember those who served, and remember those who gave it all, and remember especially the families. God bless you, God bless the United States, and God bless our great state of South Carolina.